Superior Shelby, your favorite 71% successful grant writer. I'm so blessed to have you inside of my live stream today. And if you are joining me, that means you are looking for some grant debt free money that I can help you out on understanding how to acquire them. In today's live stream, we're going to talk about securing access to these grants that I'm always talking about. On this entire YouTube channel that I have dedicated 6 years to teaching you all about this free money that you can get no matter what business industry that you are into or that you want to start your business in. You can actually get a grant for it. And a grant is free money that you don't have to pay back. There's no credit checks and there's no personal information needed, like your date of birth or social or even business bank accounts or personal bank accounts. This is totally different from traditional lending. So, in today's live stream, I'm going to show you where you can go, the three main websites that I use to find grants. I'm also going to give you some tips and tricks on how to increase your chances of approvals. And I'm hoping that you are joining me live. You can go ahead and drop your questions in the chat. Or if you're watching this video after I have recorded it live, that's okay, friend. I really do appreciate you clicking on this video. So make sure you drop any questions that you might have inside of the comments. I do want to give you all clarity and reassurance on exactly how grants work. Okay, so welcome in. So I'm always talking about grants because me, myself, I have won millions of dollars in grants for my clients and also myself. A 71% successful grant writing rate simply means that out of 1,000 clients that I would get in a year, 71% of my clients out of 1,000 would get approved to at least one grant, at least one. Grants can range from like $500 all the way up to millions of dollars, depending on what type of business industry you're into and depending on the stage you are in at your company. So what I mean by stage is you can be a startup that hasn't generated any revenue. That's one stage. You could be a seasoned business that is already generating revenue and that's been open for about 2 years or so. And you can be an actual like companies and people who simply want to help out the community, like that are doing things like adult daycares, senior care facilities, and those who are in trucking, medical courier services, and that want to do like food deliveries and things like that. There will always be a grant available for you. You just simply need to know how to secure them. Now, grants. Grants is free money that you don't have to pay back. Yes, free money that you don't have to pay back. There's no credit checks, no personal information needed, like your date of birth or social, and you don't have to provide any of your bank statements. Most people who go for loans, lines of credit, and credit cards, they don't fulfill those applications or they simply get afraid to go for them because they ask for so much of your information. Why kick out so much of your personal information just for them to tell you no or you're not good enough, considering the political economic times we're in? There's no DEI opportunities where you can go for grants that has nothing to do with politics and nothing to do with what's going on with world economics. Grants are funded through three different sectors that you need to know about. So, yes, we have small business grants, you have personal grants, you have school grants, and you have nonprofit grants. Let me break it down and then we'll dive deeper into what we're talking about today, which is small business grants. Now, personal grants is grants like WIC assistance, Title 20, food stamps, rental assistance, utility assistance, SSI, and more. Those are what you call personal grants that's funded through the federal government. Then you have nonprofit grants, grants that are charitable gifts and rewards towards your nonprofit organization. Yes, if you have a nonprofit, you can definitely get a grant. That's going to help you out with, raising those funds for whatever your nonprofit mission is. Then you have what's called Pell Grants. Pell Grants is specifically for school. So when you are going to a university or you're going to a community college, you can apply for Pell Grants through like FAFSA or whatever your government's name for that. And the Pell Grants will give you the money to buy your books and pay for you to go to class and things like that. Okay. And then you got small business grants. Now, small business grants are funded not through the federal government. Well, not always. They do have federal government funded grants, but that's for like the big enterprises and companies. But the grants that I'm always talking about on my YouTube are not federally funded, which means we don't have to worry about and stress ourselves out on not being able to have funding opportunities or a grant opportunity because of what's going on politically and economically. These grants that I'm talking about, which is small business grants for the new CEOs or the already seasoned bosses, They are funded through other private entities and sectors, like, for example, Hello Skip, Hello Alice, Fearless Fund, Black Ambition Prize. They're also funded by other big companies and enterprises like Apple, Google, Amazon, DoorDash, and Uber Eats, Nike, and even Beyonce is giving out a grant. Okay, and you know Beyonce is her own entity. Okay, her own big company. And then you have grants that is funded that through your state and local governments. So your state and local governments can take out money from either like your taxes that you're paying if you're paying state tax, or they take in donations and sponsorships from other top billionaires and millionaires that want to give out charitable rewards and gifts to small business owners in your community area, so you can provide more, employment opportunities for the community. So yes, that's how it works. Okay. So you don't have to worry about if grants will never be available just because of whoever's in presidency or whatever's going on economically and politically. You know, I don't talk about those things on my YouTube channel, but grants will always be available. And as far as with the big companies, it helps them out on the back end for taxes so they can be able to, save money on taxes when they're paying their taxes, because they show that they've given out grants and rewards and charitable gifts through that year. Okay, so there will always be a grant available for you, friend. Now, I have been able to increase my successful grant writing rate within a 10-year time span to 71%. Now, me myself, my first grant that I applied to was an SBA opportunity. This was back in the day when SBA was giving out grants. Now, I have been able to use three main grant search engines and apps that you can download on your phone to go ahead and apply to grants, so it'll be much easier for you. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly where I find these grants. I'm actually going to show you here. And then I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to win these grants. Okay. All right. So you ready? Okay. So if you have any questions, make sure you drop your questions in the chat. And I'm always answering any frequently asked questions. And I don't mind, because I want to make sure I'm giving you clarity and reassurance on exactly how these grants work. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and put you guys here so we can go over the actual applications, or sorry, the grant search engines that I use. Now, you can always book a one-on-one consultation with me. It's just $50, but it's so worth it. It's a 45-minute Zoom call, and we're going over things like this, but we're really going over specific opportunities that's for you, and we're getting you what's called grant ready. Yeah, friend. Okay, so let's get into it. So this is one website that I use. All right. This website is called grants.gov. Now, grants.gov is the government website for all small business owners and startups. Well, not really startups, but really all small business owners and seasoned business owners that are looking for like government funded opportunities. Some of you all are actually interested into government contracts. You can find government contracts here, but ultimately, when you are bidding for government contracts, you have to use the other website called sam.gov. Definitely drop in the chat if you want me to go over like, how to do like a government contract, things like that. We can always talk about that later on this evening, or I can just touch on it a little bit today. Okay. All right. So grants.gov. When you first come here, this is a free website. You can always click on search grants. And then there is going to be a keyword search engine here on the left-hand side. So you will put in the keywords that go towards your business. So for example, if you are transportation or / trucking, you can put that in there. And then you want to make sure all of the filters are checked off regarding what you're looking for. Okay, you're looking for a grant, searching. Let's see, that's posted, forecasted, all categories. Let me see. All Department of Transportation. That's what we're looking for. Let's say if, and I'm just, choosing, just randomly choosing. Let's see. And I'll just take transportation out. Let's just say you're trucking. Okay. We'll search, and there you go. All right. So here's some trucking grants or transportation grants that you can go for that is federally funded through the government. That's where these grants come from. These grants that you see, the closing date is in July. One of them is closing in a few days on June 20th, but the first one is closing July 15th. So you can go for these. All right. When you are ready to learn more about that grant, you just click on the opportunity number, and then it is going to take you directly to the grant information page. Okay, it's going to show you how much you can get, what the award ceiling is. This one is for 14 million. And then let me see, they're giving out 25 rewards, and here's more information about who's eligible and who's giving out the grant program and the description of it. Okay, you have the person you can reach out to, which is Fred Jones, if you have any additional questions that you might have. With grants.gov, you have to have what's called your UEI number. I have a course on how to get that. It's very direct, but you have to have a UEI number, which is a unique entity identification number, in order for you to apply to grants through grants.gov. You will access your UEI number simply through sam.gov, which is also the government website you use to find government contracts. So grants.gov is the government website for all grants. Even if you are looking for international grant opportunities that is funded by the U.S. government, you can find those type of grants. Okay, so if I can show you really quick, I'll show you how I was able to find a grant here for in Nigeria. If you guys don't know, I am here in Nigeria. I came out here on an opportunity as well. Okay, I'm gonna put in grant. All right, I guess it always does that. And okay, and we'll just do all agencies. Okay, and I'll click search. Okay, how do I do this? What did I do wrong? Because usually it always comes up with a whole bunch of them up here. Let me see. Department of Agriculture will do that, because I might have to be specific. All National Archives, Small Business, U.S. National Science. Or maybe there's not any, considering what's going on politically. These grants that you will see here would actually be export detail, search tips. These these grants that you will see here that I'm looking for, they're actually funded through the U.S. government. So it's actually not let me see. This is actually my first time seeing that they don't have any. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, so what did I do? Oh, is it because I put grants? Weird. All agencies, all funding opportunities. Oh, yes, cooperative agreements. Okay, yes, that's a different thing. Sorry. So yeah, here's some. I just put in Nigeria, and then what comes up is like cooperative agreements. Cooperative agreements is a different thing from grants. That's like when you're diving deeper, when you're actually doing more of governmental work. So if you're looking for that international opportunity that is funded through the U.S. government, cooperative agreements, I dive deeper into that on like different grant classes and 101s. This is more for if you are doing things for the government. So that's how that works. But yeah, I was able to find a grant through there. And I also do some of that governmental work here. So that's how I was able to get a grant to come to Nigeria. Okay, so let's move forward. So grants.gov, you can use this site. This is federally funded grants. Keep in mind that there's no DEI opportunities. So that's how it works. Most of the grants that you would actually win through this website, or you will be eligible for, is for businesses that are 2 years and older and that is already generating revenue and have a proof of concept. A proof of concept is simply showing proof that your business is active, your business actually solves a problem, and it is profitable. Okay. All right. So second website I use is HelloSkip. You can actually download HelloSkip as like a app. I have the link to HelloSkip in the description below. HelloSkip is a federally funded nonprofit organization that they offer grant opportunities in so many different opportunities, just not just grants, but also like loans, lines of credit card opportunities, also business mentorship. They help you get a business plan, all that good stuff. So this is a really good website to use. It's a really great resource and tool. Okay, they've been seen on Forbes, which is really cool, and they have 5 stars on Trustpilot. Okay, over $2 billion in funding assisted. So this is really cool. All right, so You can come here, sign up for Hello Skip. Definitely use my Hello Skip invite code, which is Superior Shelby. And when you find a grant, they have, as you can see, they have this carousel. When you find a grant, then all you have to do is simply click on apply now. All right, and then it'll take you directly to the grant, and you can apply through there. So Hello Skip, really cool funding tool or app that you can use to find grants too. Okay. And then last but not least, which is my favorite, is grantwatch.com. Grantwatch.com is a full grant search engine. It's going to show you all of the federally funded grants, the government state funded grants, and also grants that is funded through other private entities and businesses. I like GrantWatch because it's a universal grant search engine. So think of this like the Google for grants. It is not free. In order for you to be able to have access to grants, you have to pay $45 a month for this particular website. Okay, super worth it. I myself am actually reactivating everything because I think today is the day that I'm supposed to reactivate my monthly subscription. So yeah, this is how much you can pay, either weekly or monthly. The best way to use this grantwatch.com grant search engine, honestly, is to use it to go in here and find all the grants that serve in your favor. So take a day, right? Take a day out of whatever you're doing. Take a day and go into grantwatch.com. And then what I like for you to do is start searching for grants. So once you find some grants, so we're going to, like, I'm just going to do an example here. Let's say, well, I'm going to actually click on start searching. All right, so it's going to take you to its smart filters. You're entering your keyword. It says subscribe now. Okay, and then you'll put in all of like the filters that are in place for you. So small businesses, let's say choose location. My business is based out of Florida. All right, your city, Miami. County for me is Miami-Dade. Let's see, funding source. So we are looking for all grants pretty much. So select all except for federal government. I don't care about federal government grants. So we'll say corporations, foundations, local governments, state governments. And then let's see. Then you want to choose all the filters that are in place. So BIPOC means you are a Black, Indigenous person of color. That's me. We are going for a grant for my business. So I do like consulting. Let's see, community services. Okay, consulting. Education is really for, like, you know, if you're a teacher or anything like that. Entrepreneur, startup. Let's just click on that. And let's see, we'll keep going. And women-owned startup. Okay, there we go. So we'll just click those filters. I'm not going to get too deep into it. And then we will click on search. All right. Once we click search, it's going to tell us how many grants we have available. Right now, there's 54 results for me. And then so what you'll do is you'll go through each of the grants that serve in your favor. Very important for you to read the titles and also read this small box here so you can know whether or not that grant aligns with your business mission. If it does, then you will just simply click on view grant, and then it will take you directly to the grant information page. Keep in mind that you have to subscribe to grantwatch.com for $45 a month, but it's so worth it. Now, here's the key to this. When you get ready to, when you are when you are searching for grants, right? When you're in here and you're searching for the grants, once you click on the grant and it takes you directly to the grant information page, go ahead and create what's called a grant summary list. This is my grant summary list. We'll go through it. So my grant summary list actually has, it's very organized, and I think that it's very, very helpful for yourself to have a spreadsheet that shows you all of the grants that you are applying to in that particular month. Now, the best ways for you to get the most out of GrantWatch is to take a day to search for all the grants that serve in your favor, and then go ahead and start to create your own grant list. You guys are all in different grant industries. So what's really cool is that let's say you are in trucking or transportation, and you're a woman in the truck and transportation industry. Well, you can create your own grant list, and you could potentially just sell that grant list for like $5 or $10 through like Facebook or through like another e-commerce store, and you can be able to generate an extra stream of income from that. So this information I'm telling you is not just for you to be able to have, for you to be able to search for grants yourself, but you can also create your own extra stream of income by selling your own grant list and doing the work. Okay. All right. So I just gave you a little gem there. I don't sell grant lists. I just do this all for free on live on YouTube. What I sell is the consultation, and I offer grant writing services when you don't have the time or the necessary means to be able to, you know, apply to your own grants. Okay, so I'm a grant writer, but I would love for you all to just take advantage of the gem that I just gave you. Now, when you create your own grant list, Google actually has their own like grant spreadsheet template. So that's how I was able to create this. And then so you will put in column A the name of the grant. Column B, you can do like the status, and this will reassure you on whether or not you have started on the grant, if it's in progress, or if you have actually completed the grant. Column C is the application link. You definitely want to put the link to the grant application there. Column D is the application deadline date. So, you know, let's say the deadline date is June 20th. And then here's column E, which is the date that you should check your email. Each grant application or grant introductory page will tell you when is this winner selection date. The winner selection date is the day that you should actually check your email to see if you were selected for the grant. Yes, grants are competitive. Just like how you aggressively need this free money, all other businesses do as well. So it's important for you to show up for your business and be properly prepared, professionally prepared to explain to them why your company is the most deserving for that free money opportunity. So also to give you more clarity on how these grants work, there are some grants that have a quick turnaround time. We just saw on grants.gov how there is a grant that on June 20th, okay, there is a deadline for it for you guys that are in the transportation industry. So that's a quick turnaround time. All right. Once you have the application deadline date, which is June 20th, in most cases, you have to give them 30 days after the application deadline date. But in a lot of cases, they will tell you like a week after the application deadline date, they are going to select a winner. So if you are looking for a quick turnaround time type of grant, make sure you are giving yourself the reassurance on when that winner selection date is, and then you can determine if you want to apply to that grant. There are some grants that you would apply to where the application deadline date is June 20th, but the winner selection date is not until, let's say, August. Okay, so you want to reassure yourself and letting yourself know when is that winner selection date. You can simply find the winner selection date on the introductory page of that grant. You can also find the winner selection date through the official rules of that grant. Each grant application has a small hyperlink that says terms and conditions, frequently asked questions, or official rules. If you go into the official rules, then it will truly tell you all of the information you need to know, including how to increase your chances of approvals. Okay. All right, so you'll put the date that you should check your email here, and then some notes. So you could just put some notes about this particular grant you're applying to, like a woman-owned small business, you know, grant or whatever, or a grant for a specific state, right? You can always put that in your notes, okay? You want to create your own grant summary list, okay? Because not only will this give you reassurance and clarity on the grants that you are applying to, friend, but it is also going to allow you to have an extra stream of income for your business. Okay. Imagine taking the time out to find the grants that serve in your favor. And then you create a list of about 50 grants. I'm about to show you my list of grants for June. And then you sell that grant list. And let's say you make an extra $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 just from selling a grant list for like $10. Right? That extra money, that extra stream of income that you have done under your business LLC, you will put it into your business bank account, start acquiring business banking relationship, and also you're going to use that money to start your business or to reinvest into your business, right? So don't sleep on the idea of sitting down and taking time out and prioritizing your business funding journey so you can have the money necessarily to move on. Go ahead and create your own grant list, and you can sell the grant list through like different e-commerce stores, okay, like Etsy, and even through, TikTok Shop or whatever have you. Okay, cool. Cool. So I'll show you my grant list really quick. It's for June, and this is actually because I use Grant Watch, right? I use Grant Watch at first to find all these grants. That way I can bring you guys some new grants that we can talk about in that particular month. Now I'm recording some new videos, right, about these grants and stuff. So yeah, this is a full June grant list, and as you can see, it's a whole bunch of grants here. I don't have, and this is about 161 grants. Okay, well, let's say 120 because I did block some things out. But this is all the grants that I will most likely be picking and choosing from that I found through grantwatch.com that I will be talking about throughout this entire month, so you can start applying to them, and I'll give you the deadline dates and stuff like that. I use that list to create content. I also use that list to pick and choose some grants that I personally want to apply to, and yeah, I take it from there. Okay. So yeah, that's all that you need to know about where to find these grants and the grant search engines that I use. All right. So let's talk more about how you can increase your chances of approvals. Okay, because these grants, they're asking certain questions that do require you to be properly prepared. Okay. Being prepared for funding opportunities looks professional. It looks like you're ready to go, and it just allows you to be proactive. And it's just a really good character trait, right, as an entrepreneur. So, being properly prepared for grants looks like having your business plan, having a pitch deck, and having a 3-minute pitch video. All right. So, your business plan, okay, needs to have a lot of key indicating factors that prove it shows your business goals. Okay, so I can show you a business plan that I've actually completed this morning for one of my clients. I'll go ahead and show it to you, and we'll just go over it really quick and we'll also go over the pitch deck that goes alongside with it. Okay. Okay, so bear with me 1 second. Okay, so really quick, you need to have a business plan. It's really going to help prepare you for these grant opportunities. Also, the reason why you need to have a business plan is that the grants that we're going for, they ask certain questions that all you have to do is simply the best ways for you to answer them. Like the easiest way to get through these grant applications as quick as possible is to simply have a business plan. Refer to your business plan, and you can copy and paste out of your business plan into the answers of the answer boxes of the grant applications. So, for example, what is your business mission? Well, each business plan has what's called a mission statement. So you would simply go into your business plan, copy and paste the business mission into the grant application. This is why having a business plan will truly help you out, because it will help you with getting through the grant applications more effective and efficiently, as well as it will help you out with being properly prepared for these grants. Okay, so let me show you a business plan that I did for one of my clients. I'm so happy that and she actually found me through YouTube. I'm so blessed to know that she is extremely happy about it. So I want to show you her business plan just really quick and show you all of the key indicating factors that your business plan needs to have when you are going for funding opportunities. Now, this business plan I'm going to show you is you can use this business plan not only for grants but also for loans and all of that good stuff. Okay, investment capital. So let me show you. All right, so this entire business plan is about 77 pages, as you can see there at the top. And each page itself, and this is page 1 because it's like double. So each page literally has more key indicating factors about the business. This is literally, so that's page 1. But this is literally the second page, okay, or the third page, depending on how you're setting your business plan up, okay? You have to have what's called an executive summary that goes over the mission, the problem, and the solution, and what your primary products and services are. Okay. You also need, inside of your executive summary, needs to be what your business model is, industry overview, core marketing activities or strategies, and your high level financial targets. An executive summary is that direct information that most funders, grantors, investment capital opportunities, or whatever have you. This part right here, the executive summary, is in most cases where they're going to be getting all the direct information they need to know. That should be in more detail, thorough detail throughout this entire business plan. Okay. All right. So SWOT analysis. So your SWOT analysis is about your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. That's another part you need to have. You need to have your information about your business models, like I said. All right. You need to have what's called a viability analysis, which is talking more about the market demand, your competitive advantage, what's going on with their location. So what makes you, good? What's so great about your location, revenue streams, and growth potential. All right. Industry overview. So you need to have some market research. Who's your target audience? And more information about that. Market size and trends. You need to talk about, oh, here you go, a competitor analysis. So give us who your top 3 or 4 competitors are. Okay. And what makes you so different from them. What are your core offerings? And all of that information. Expansion opportunities. And then secondary offerings. And just to let you know, this is for a business. It's she helps out women, so she helps women to find their purpose professionally and personally, right? So like she helps with mental health, she offers consultations, things like that. So she has so much growth, so much that she can offer. What's your customer service analysis like? What is your marketing overview? So we're going into the marketing strategy. Customer retention. How are you going to be able to get customers and keep them? Then you could talk a little bit about your online presence if that's exactly how you're going to be using and marketing yourself. I added more of this information into. You don't have to have things about like your SEO and content or about like social media, things like that. But I do that for my business plans because I want to thoroughly explain to my customer as well as explain to whoever they're pitching to or whoever's reading their business plan, exactly how they will use their marketing strategy. Okay. All right, community engagement. Now we get to the numbers. All right, so you need a revenue analysis, things about your expenses, revenue. So how are you generating revenue? Journal sales. She's going to sell journals, mental health counseling, membership subscription, event sale tickets because she's going to do events, internal image consulting. Okay, so you have all of that. How are you going to make money? What are your projected revenue goals? Okay, if you are a startup, what are your projected revenue goals starting from that month that you created this particular business plan all the way up to the next 5 years or so? Okay, so up to 2029. Same thing for expenses. Expenses. Sorry. So what are your expenses? How much does it cost for cost of goods sold? Right. How much does it cost for you printing out your journals? Operational expenses, marketing and advertising, all of that stuff. What are you going to offer? And then you go through the expenses. Funding plan. This is very much needed. How much are you asking for in funding? All right. How much are you asking for in funding, and how are you going to use that funding? You're going to need to talk about your team and your roles. Then you talk about your operations plan. So how are you going to operate? Risk analysis, which is very important. This is what you can, some potential risks that can come up with you operating your business. And then you would explain what those risks are and how you will be different or how you are actually going to avoid these particular general industry risk. Okay. Regulatory compliances. So you talk about your business licensing, certifications, and things like that you have to keep up with. So you reassure the person that's reading your business plan or that wants to give you funding that you know all of your regulatory compliances that you have to adhere to. And then here's a pre-launch plan. So this talks about what you plan to do right now in your startup phases, post-launch. So once you launch or once you start your business, what they should expect you to do, and then your 5-year projection plan. And that is it. All right. That's literally it. So that's the entire business plan, okay, that's 77 pages. That's the business plan that I write for my clients, okay? For you all, if you are writing your own business plan, it's all up to you, all right, how you want to make your own business plan. But the main thing is that you need to have all of those key indicating factors that I just showed you in this business plan. If you have a thorough, comprehensive business plan like I just showed you, then you will be properly prepared for all funding opportunities. Imagine going for an investment opportunity because you created something so innovative, so new in your particular market, that there's actually investors that want to invest and they want to give you hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars for your new idea. Well, in order for you to be properly prepared for that, you need to have a business plan. And this business plan is information that you will read over, that you will reassure yourself on exactly what your business development goals are. So let's talk about the pitch deck, okay? So your pitch deck, this is the pitch deck that goes alongside with the business plan that we just went over, okay? So all of the key factors that is inside of the business plan needs to be inside of your pitch deck, okay? So you have your business mission. What's the problem? How are you solving it? What's your primary products and services? What is your business model like? Your industry overview, marketing strategies, financial targets. Essentially, the pitch deck is what we call a PowerPoint version of your business plan. Okay, you need to have that as well. That will help increase your chances of approvals. You will use the pitch deck for so many different ways. You can use the pitch deck to upload it to your business grant application or any funding application that you are submitting. You can also use this business pitch to pitch to others, to pitch to investors, to pitch to potential customers, and to educate potential customers about your services and products. You would explain to them what majority of your customers have a problem with and how your products and services are helping them solve that problem. Even if you are a mediocre business like a cleaning service, a lawn care service, a plumbing service, an electrician, or if you are doing something like hair care or a barbershop, you need to explain the reasons for why a majority of your customers actually shop with you or they book a service with you. And you talk about what majority of their problems are and how you're solving it and what makes you different from solving. How are you solving that problem differently? For example, okay, you might do wigs. Well, if you put on wigs, then maybe your wig technique is different from the traditional way of how you're putting on wigs, or how most people are, seeing how, Arrogant Tay puts on wigs or whatever have you. Right. So it might be that you might use a different type of glue that is, that is very organic based and that has zero latex in it. So a person who is allergic to latex doesn't have to worry about, having those issues or having any skin issues, things like that. So you need to explain. Having a pitch deck is more than just having a PowerPoint presentation. It's something that you would actually use to present and to draw in more of your customers. You know what I mean? All right, cool. So don't sleep on that. Also, what else are we talking about? Also, so we talked about a 3-minute pitch video. So a 3-minute pitch video is essentially when you are talking about what your products and services are. Okay, so I can show you a little bit, like kind of like mine. When you guys go into my my YouTube channel, all right, and so this is my YouTube channel. Also want to let you know all the information that we are going over in this live stream is literally in this grant masterclass playlist. This is about 5 videos or 5 to 6 videos, and each video is about like 6 to 10 minutes each. All right, majority of them are 6 to 10 minutes each. Very direct information. Everything that I just went over is in this 10-minute, 11-minute video. How to win a grant, so talking about the business plans and pitch deck and stuff like that, is in this video. Winning a grant proposal, win with this grant proposal, so I talk more about grant proposals in this particular video. Keep in mind that not every grant requests a grant proposal, but if you come across a grant that asks for a grant proposal, this video will truly give you reassurance on how to set that up. How to win a grant for your startup. This is talking about more information about how to win, so the different ways you can win a grant and how to increase your chances of approvals. And then I give you a video on 4 small businesses that actually won grants, that won millions of dollars in grants. And one of those companies that I talk about in this video is actually a client of mine, okay, that I just helped win some grants a few, like one or 2 months ago. All right, so when you go into my channel, you will see, let me see, view your channel. You will see this video that comes up. Well, this is me right here, but hold on. Because my channel manager. Oh, okay, this looks different. Hold on. Let's just open up a separate thing here. All right, we'll go to YouTube. All right, so I'm going to show you kind of what a 3-minute pitch video looks like. So various solutions. Okay, here we go. Okay, so usually when you come in here, I don't know why it's not popping up. I think it's because I'm on live, which is interesting. Videos. Okay, so usually when you come here, there's like a video that plays and it's like, welcome to my channel, all of this good stuff, blah, blah, blah. That video is actually like a 3-minute pitch video, and it explains to you what you should expect on my particular channel. I think it's not doing it because I'm on live right now, so I think that's what it is. But yeah, so usually a 3-minute pitch video is explaining what your product and service is, all about your company. So you'll say, my ABC company, this is what we do. We do A, B, C, and D, and we offer our products and services in this particular area. Majority of our clients have a problem with this, that, and the third. And what we do is we solve that problem by providing the product and services, which in which way we provide the solution by doing this, whatever it is. And then you'll talk about, um, something more compassionate. What made you get into this particular business industry? So, like, for me, it'll be the reason for why I always talk about grants, or I have this dedicated, grant business, is because I want to create more awareness amongst startups and small business owners about free money that they can get instead of starting their business out on debt. And starting your business out on debt does not look good on paper at all. And it doesn't show that you are an actual properly, let's say, a proactive business or whatever have you, right? So that's like a 3-minute pitch video. And then I'll go into, like, if I had an opportunity, if I had this grant opportunity, or if I had this funding opportunity, I will be able to invest into areas like my marketing strategy, buying more supplies and equipment. I'll also be able to create more job opportunities for my community by hiring individuals and certifying them as grant writers so they can increase their grant knowledge or their financial education. And also, we can continue to spread awareness about grants, right? So that's what a 3-minute pitch video is. It's being very clear about what your business is. It's being very concise about exactly how you serve, right, that product or service, or what is, like, what are you providing. And then it talks more about compassion. So why did you get into this particular market industry? What is your mission? And then you'll go into or complete the video with talking about what you would do with an opportunity, with a funding opportunity in general, and what your goals are. Okay. And then you'll wrap the video up saying, if you want to learn more, if you're interested in learning more about us, you can always reach us at www.thiswebsite. And then also you can reach out to us via phone number, which is 1-800 or 855 or 866. And then we also have a direct email line, which will be support@mycompany.com. Okay. So that's pretty much how you would set up a pitch video. Having a business plan, a pitch deck, and a pitch video all are really great ways that you can help yourself be properly prepared for these grant opportunities, simply because the business plan will serve as an answer key, right, for when you are answering grant questions. The pitch video and the pitch deck will be that content piece, that aesthetically appealing piece for the other people who are looking to give you money. Okay. Okay, so any questions? We're always talking about some good grants. I want us later on tonight, this evening, I want to talk about another business opportunity that you guys can get into. And it's simply because the last time I was on live, which was on my birthday and on my engagement day, thank you so much, you guys, for saying congratulations in the chat. Um, so I talked a little bit about how with me moving to Nigeria, my eyes have been completely open and my mind is completely blown about how you can make much more money than outside of the United States than actually serving and being in the US. Yes, they are pushing so much on start an e-commerce store, sell a product or service online, do get into trade in stocks, which is a good thing. Do real estate in the US. They're always talking about especially the whole e-commerce thing and doing content, right? Get into content, do digital courses, this and that. Let me tell you something. Digital courses and content is the bottom of the barrel when we're talking about true entrepreneurship and being a actual big time boss. The big billionaires and the millionaires, like the hundreds of millionaires, the things that they are invested in is not content. It is not digital courses. Don't let these people fool you. Okay? With me being international, okay, especially being an international grant writer, most of these millionaires invest into things like oil and gas, international real estate, especially outside of the US, because the US has so many federal regulations with real estate. They're not even investing into any real estate in the US. They're trade and exporting, agriculture, sustainable energy. They're also invested into like so much other markets that you would think takes a lot mentally to get into, but really it's just boring businesses that a lot of people don't want to get into, and that they feel like they won't get quick money and quick return on. So tonight I want to change your mind about that. The flow of money outside the US, yes, it flows differently, but the currency will be much more and you'll earn much more and you will secure much better financial freedom outside of which with making money outside the US. Okay. My big time friends here in Nigeria, they own like rice farms. They are into a lot of agriculture. So I'm even investing into livestock. So I bought some, goats and rams and cows, right? You got these people are going to always buy food. I have one of her friends, right? She is actually from Canada. And what her and her husband did is that they invested into tissue. Yes, tissue. And they're millionaires off of tissue, selling water. You know what I mean? So it depends on the mindset that you have. If you just want a quick return, want some quick money, listen, okay, this is not the drug game. This is not scams and frauds. This is not how it works. Business it is a journey. It does take longevity. But there are some markets that you can enter into, that you can invest into, that will allow you to be able to get a return on your investment right now. But you have to have the money up front to be able to get into like investments. And also you have to be willing to still wait a little bit. Okay. So tonight we're going to talk more about that, which is 6 p.m. Eastern time. I want to dive deeper into other market sectors that you can get into. And I'm also talking to my friend. I'm going to talk to him today, the guy who owns the number 2 rice farm in Nigeria. And I'm going to ask him if he's like willing to have a conversation, live on YouTube, just him and I. And I just asked him some questions, and you guys get a chance to ask questions because rice farming is something that is outstanding, and it's a thing that you can really make some good money from, and not just rice farming, but so much other things that you can get into. Okay. So yeah, do you guys have any questions about what we went over today? We went over grants, what a grant is. Remember, grants is free money that you don't have to pay back, no credit checks, no personal information needed. If you are at this point where you want to get grant ready and you feel like you came in like in the middle or towards the end, you can always book a one-on-one consultation with me. It's $50. It's a 45-minute Zoom call. 45-minute Zoom call. I'm going to help you get grant ready. I'm also going to ask you some business questions so we can know a little bit, so I can know a little bit more about your business and how far you're trying to take it. I might have some really cool friends that can help you out and help bring in some customers. Okay, if you are ready, I love to serve customers that are ready. Okay, So yes, it's been a while. Oh, that's cool. I've still been on here for, like every day. Thank you. Thanks for your valuable insights always. Thank you so much. Thanks for the info. You are welcome. Hi, I have won 3 grants complete. That's congratulations. Sorry. Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, so any other questions? I want to make sure I'm answering all of your questions. Grants is a really good way for you to be able to have the money you need necessary to take your business to the next level. That's why I'm always talking about them on my YouTube channel. But ultimately, I still want you guys to just like go for them yourselves, or you can hire somebody like myself to search and apply to the grants for you. My team is always applying to grants 24/7. And yeah, I've been taking it easy out here in Nigeria, especially now that I'm planning a wedding. It's a lot to think about, but I'm super excited. And yeah, also I will be in the United States August. So I do plan on having like an in-person class, and also in-person consultations. Um, I think I'm just gonna do like 2 or 3 cities. So I think I'm just gonna obviously Miami, maybe Orlando. So Miami, Orlando, and then Atlanta. So yeah, you guys let me know if that's something that you're interested in. But I wanted to do something more in person feel, so we can talk more in person, and you have the chance at signing up or whatever in person. Okay. All right. So we'll let you guys go. I really do appreciate you for being on a live stream with me. Make sure you like the live stream so that way the YouTube algorithm can push it out to other entrepreneurs that's looking for this information. Make sure you are subscribe to my channel. Okay, subscribe to my YouTube channel so that way other people can so you won't miss out on any of my information. I just noticed that my live stream picture is like off, so I have to change it, my thumbnail. Yeah, so I'm gonna see you all later on this evening, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you join me, and we'll talk more about different markets that you can get into, and just like dive deeper into that mindset, because mediocre businesses, they're all, especially in the US, they're going to be taken by robots. It's important for you to get into some international business. Okay, international business is where the real money is, and it doesn't even take much for you to invest in it. And I'm here to tell you and give you all of the information that you need. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Enjoy the rest of your day, and peace and blessings. Bye bye for now.